Before I start this review, let me say that, yet again, just like in my last review, I do not hate the last few episodes because it doesn't follow the manga. It just seems like ass pull stuff. Now this episode was just it was epic and amazing slash bullshit at the same time. And I've never felt a combination of those two in one episode. Maybe one episode was great and the next one was bullshit, but not in the exact same episode. Now I'm going to kind of dig deep in this review. There's not going to be that many jokes, but rest assured there's going to be some there. But I really have to tell you guys how I feel about this. Now, the fight between Esdeath and Akame, on one side, it was amazing. It was pure epicness. It's probably my favorite fight out of the entire series in the anime anyway. It was just beautifully animated. Akame went beast. Esdeath went beast. They pulled out all their trump cards. Esdeath did the Madara, humongous ice meteorite thing. It was just fucking amazing. But on the other hand, Akame's power up. Akame's power up. One, it was never mentioned. It was never ever mentioned that her sword had a trump card like that. And second, how did she survive afterwards? You know, regardless, it's even if it's her own imperial arms, you would think that there would be consequences to her health other than just some fresh new tattoos. And why? Where did it, I mean, she literally turned into a cursed marked ghoul. I mean, it looked epic, but I mean, when she said that I can no longer stand this form, or this form is about to run out, what form? What is this form? Explain to us how this works. Why can you do it before if you don't die from it? Why haven't you been doing that every fucking fight? What are the consequences of using it? How long can you use it? What exactly is the poison doing to you to make you so badass? You would think that poison would slow you down. What's going on here? It was not explained how she got that power up. What exactly does it do? We were just showing her cutting herself. She got some new tattoos, and she went the fuck in. Now I cannot lie. Like I said, she went the fuck in. Now it was amazing and beautiful. And the entire fight was delicious. But her power up, I just wish it would have gotten explained. And I mean, man, this episode, okay. But another thing about the Esdeath and the Akame fight, there is no rhyme or reason why it had to be Akame versus Esdeath one-on-one. The wall that she made, the wall that Esdeath made, was not tall enough, was not so tall that nobody else could jump in. Although we know that Leone had her hands full with Honest, and I'll get to that in a second. But Najenda was just looking down on the whole thing. What has Najenda done this entire anime besides ride a giant, awesome stingray? I mean, she has not done anything except for like a bootlegged Android 16 rocket punch with her fist and use Susanoo. That's it. And I really expected the leader of Night Raid to, you know, put in more work, especially in the last fight with the person that she fought wars with, Esdeath. They fought together, and I mean, really? What? Okay, I am glad that she is holding on to Lubbock's, I want to say goggles, headband, whatever that is. I am happy that she is holding on to that because we know that she meant a lot to Lubbock. But other than that, the agenda was just there to, you know, give us a happy ending, I guess. I wouldn't say happy because Leone fucking died. Now, it was beast. It was absolutely beast of her to take all those shots in the gut and still beat that motherfucker's head in. I love the fact that that dude is dead. But just the fact that she said that I can take these bullets because I grew up in the slums. I guarantee you, wherever there are slums in this universe, if you go and shoot them in the stomach like 6 or 7 times, they're not going to have the strength to punch you in the face, much less bash your face in. And then she had enough strength to climb out and get on top of this Attack on Titan wall where Akame was, talk to her, jump down, go see her old friends, and then finally she died. It makes this, and I mean, this episode, just the consistency of the characters' strengths and their plot progression just made no sense. You could tell this is filler, and that's the bad part of this episode. Like I said, the fight was just fucking amazing. It's my favorite in this entire anime. But, I mean, and also Esdeath's character is just butchered in this episode, in my opinion. When has she been this just straight up war hungry bitch that does not give a damn about human life? I mean, granted, she's always been about, that if you're weak, you don't deserve to live, or only the strong shall survive, etc., etc., etc. But she has never gone to the point or gone the lengths to say that since there's no more war, I will create one. I will make enemies just so I can fight. She has never been that type of character until this episode. And that just kind of turned me off, man. And I cannot lie. When Akame did that finishing slash, that eliminating slash on Esdeath, I fangirled a little bit. But I still think that Legenda should have at least helped out in the fight other than being like a referee or something. But she slashed her down the tit all the way to her vagina. It was epic. But I laughed as hard as I could. I laughed as hard as I humanly could when Esdeath sealed Akame off and went to hug Tatsumi. At first, I thought that maybe, okay, she's about to die, so maybe she's about to give her life force or something to Tatsumi. Maybe there's another thing that her Imperial Arms has, like to give back life, since, the rest of the episode, Imperial Arms have been coming out of nowhere with these weird trump cards, so maybe she has another one. But no, she hugs him, saying, I wish I could have gotten your D, Tatsumi. And then she wraps them in an ice crystal, like some Annie shit, and then they explode. So Tatsumi's gone. I held out hope. That maybe he wasn't dead. Maybe he would come back somehow. Maybe he was just unconscious. But no, Esdeath just kamikazed herself with Tatsumi. And first off, Tatsumi's death, let me speak on that. That is the most anticlimactic thing ever. Last episode, he just gushed out blood, and he wasn't mentioned until around the end of the episode. At the beginning, we picked up where we left off when, Esdeath was like, oh my god, my Tatsumi, I wish I could have gotten your D, I'm so hurt, etc., etc. And I just hate the fact that she called him weak. That sucks, but that is kind of in her character. But his death, alright, let's go back to the very first episode. The very first character we are shown is Tatsumi, correct? And the entire anime up until last episode has yelled at us that he's the main character. And then it just switches over to Akame on the last two episodes. And by the way, if you have not watched after the ending song, do so, because there's a little, what's Akame up to? She's still killing people. But why kill Tatsumi off in such a fashion when we were, told to believe that, or led to believe that he was the main character all up until his death? I don't understand. He's gotten way, way, way more screen time and character development. He's came up from nothing to almost mastering his Incursio. He's gotten way more character development than Akame. And Akame's the main character? What, bruh? The last two episodes, man, I loved and hated. I mean, last episode, I just hated that shit. But this episode, I loved and hated it. It's just, I cannot explain the feeling that I get. I mean, it's epic, but then again, come on. And just Leone's death, man, was just so, it was anticlimactic and too dramatic at the same time. But I do like how she said, I get to meet the others, etc., etc. But how does growing up in the slums allow someone to survive being shot in the guts that many times? I don't understand. And honest Imperial arms. That was obviously an ass pull. I would not be surprised if we do not see that in the manga ever. The fact that he can cancel a Imperial arms. Why didn't he do that to Tatsumi to prevent him from destroying the Gundam? Why? Why is he using it on Leone? I swear, man, this... Okay. And what's up with the Susanoo mine, and I believe Lubbock or Chelsea? There were a few miniature characters that we saw in, like, the scene before Leone died that were like children, but it obviously wasn't them, but it looked just like them. What was up with that? I did enjoy Wave and Run at Kurome's grave. That was a very nice scene, and I love the fact that an agenda is going to try to rebuild the capital and the empire or whatever, how it needs to be done. And the scene where Tatsumi's village got all the money they could wish for, and them saying that we're going to fucking celebrate when they get back. I forgot about Tatsumi's two other friends because they died in the very first episode. I totally forgot about them. But just the fact that they think that he's still alive and that he's coming back, that just hurt my heart, man, because they're going to have this celebration, this feast, all types of shit ready for when they come back, and they never are, and that really sucks to think about. But man, this episode it left a bad taste in my mouth, and it delivered some of the best action that I've seen in this anime period. So if I had to give it a rating, I don't know, because I want to give it a 10 out of 10. I want to, because the animation in the fight was just that fucking epic. I mean, did you see Akame? She was like on some Nightcrawler shit. Although it sucks that she could not defeat Esdeath off of her own power, and the agenda did not help out in the least. But then again, everything else in this episode was garbage except for, a few nods towards some dead Night Raid members. That was awesome. And also, them thinking about Kurome. So I'm not exactly sure. So is Akame about to become an Itachi, because she said to an agenda at one point that she will burden everything that the rebellion has done on herself. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. And the Emperor getting beheaded, I think that is the most bullshit shit ever, because that child, he did not deserve to die. He was being used by Honest. They should have beheaded Honest in his place. And there's a very, 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 very 20 times, over 9,000 times, very inconsistent thing about the Emperor's character. Now, when he was in the jail cell talking to an agenda like, I did a bad job and this is the last thing I can do for the Empire. Let no more blood be spilled. Let the Empire be run how it's supposed to. Where was this thinking? Where was this realization in the past 24 episodes? I mean, it shouldn't have to take thousands or hundreds of your citizens dying for you to understand that you've been doing it wrong. It just makes no sense for him to be blindly led by Honest, and then the very next episode, he's like, I've been doing it wrong the entire time. Now, he should have realized this a while ago, and it just sucks that he did get beheaded, and it took all of this. Right? I swear, man. Like I said, I'm not hating on these episodes because they're not following the manga. I could give a damn about that. But just the character development, the consistency of the mentality of so many characters, the ass pulls, the power-ups, everything about these last two episodes is just like, what and why? Explain to us. I really want to know how Akame's power-up works. If it does show up in the manga at some point, I won't be mad, but at least tell us where this power is coming from. Why did it not kill you? Why can you not use it multiple times? Do you not like tattoos? I mean, what's going on with that? Akame got killed. It was a fun ride. I can't lie. I did enjoy this anime. Just last episode is the only episode that I can say I legit straight up hate 100%. I do hate they skipped so much stuff, and I do hate that in the last episode it's just like it's a filler fuck. That's the only thing I can categorize it as is a filler fuck. I mean, oh my god, man. Oh, that shit. All right, I'm about to get out of here, man. Tell me what you guys thought. Tatsumi exploded with Esdeath. Really? Oh my god, what? Tell me what you guys thought. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.